Welcome. You're with the Nasty Pastor, and I'm back with another chapter reading of, For All of America. You got what I'm saying? A book that the minister Elijah Muhammad wrote, published back in 1973. And have you viewed the chapter 6 reading? It's something, right? It's really, it's really something, because I went on later to look up who Malach really is, you know what I mean? And it really said the same things it said in The Fall of America reading in chapter 6, Canaanite. You know what I mean? To this day, they still have celebrations, you feel what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna get too deep into it, you know what I mean? Do your research, get your understanding, but I say this, Malach ball, that's part of the Jewish culture. You feel what I'm saying? That's part of the how to say it, you know what I mean? To me, it's double worship. You got what I'm saying? I don't know how they look at it, but I've always said to anyone, you know what I mean? I don't care who you pray to. You out here doing some good, do what you got to do. You got what I'm saying? People see things backwards. People live their lives a different way. But if you out here praying to the devil and you think killing people is cool, you think stealing, all the things that's wrong, you got what I'm saying? And I've explained it to you before, man. In Africa, you can't even lie. You can't even steal. They cut your tongue off for a lie. They cut your hands off for stealing. You got what I'm saying? So everything that y'all are doing in America, come on, seize it. Seize it. I asked you before, you know what I mean? I said this before. The 42 laws of Mott is not right. It's not right. It's to set you up. It's to put you behind bars. And you're not going to sit here and tell me my culture that invented these laws live by that way. You know what I mean? Stealing, taking stuff. Do you know what that really says about the black community, the African community? Come on, man, don't you ever stand on that. Anywho, if you haven't been on my YouTube channel, if you haven't been on my Facebook page, look, like, share, subscribe, comment. Definitely turn your notifications on, you know what I mean? Come get this nourishment, come get this food. Look, we on chapter 7, and the title of chapter 7 is When Abe Lincoln, J.F. Kennedy Spoke Out for Negroes. For the death of Abraham Lincoln to the assassination of President Kennedy, it proved that on each one of these occasions, their outlaws overruled legal authority. It was in the case of presidents who opened their mouths and said something favorable for the so-called Negro. See, that's what my mama loves from Kennedy, and I love me some Abraham Lincoln. You have what I'm saying? Love him. I love me some Abraham, the first president to recognize that there is something wrong with slavery. I am not saying that this was the reason President Kennedy was assassinated, but it seems very strange that every president who says something favorable for the so-called Negro pays for it with his life. We also can substantiate this by the fact that any Negro who wants to lead the so-called Negro to a better life and towards true peace, freedom, justice, and equality, which he is entitled to enjoy, is also subject to the same kind of assassinations or attempts at assassination. Well, look, I'm going to tell you like this, and this go out to the world, the whole wide world, to every living being on this rock. I told you a long time ago, I want to die a martyr. You feel what I'm saying? If you know what a martyr is, then you will understand the road I'm going down. Yeah, I'm going to change the black community. I'm going to change some other communities, because it's more than just the African or the black American community viewing me. You feel what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So go and get your guns together, get your money up, because this ain't stopping. I know these to be facts. There are some who seem not to want a true freedom and who will also speak unfavorably and plan unfavorable actions against those who dare to lead a true struggle for justice and equality. The tragic death of President Kennedy should serve as a warning to all rulers and people of value that values cannot be trusted openly in the presence of thieves and robbers. And I want to back this up for a minute. You heard what I just read, right? Anyone that has spoke up about the black community has what? What they done? Killed them, assassinated, right? So we talking about Malcolm X, we talking about Martin Luther King, we talking about President Kennedy, we talking about Abraham Lincoln, but Minister Elijah Muhammad, what he did, he passed away of natural death, right? No, he passed away of natural causes, right? This is what we're going to do. We're going to pause this for a minute, this reading, and we're going to look up and we're going to see how did the minister Elijah Muhammad die. Death on January the 30th, 1975, Muhammad entered Mercy Hospital in Chicago, Illinois, suffering from a combination of heart disease, diabetes, bronchitis, and asthma. Look, I'm going to put it to you like this. I said what I said and I mean what I said. So if they didn't assassinate him, what community was he for? What community was he for? Let's get back into this reading. There has never been a president elected to such a high office who had the heart of everyone for him. And never was there a king who had the people wholeheartedly with him. Regardless of how good the king, the president, prime minister, or the spokesman for the king or president, there may be some people who do not like the high official hiding to the top office of the nation. And I think that they should be well protected, and all precautionary steps should be taken to ensure such person's safety. Riding in open cars or walking openly in the public is usually a needless risk taken by anyone holding such high office, especially when they are political officials. We're going to stop this reading right here, and I'm going to give you something to think about, something to really think about. So, once again, I ask you, what community was Elijah Muhammad for? Because he died of natural causes. You got what I'm saying? Those are, even today, are like relevant natural ways to die. You feel what I'm saying? Being unhealthy. You got what I'm saying? So when you think about how his life was, I explained that I learned how to eat from Muslims. That's what I took from them. That is the major key I took out of the Islam community, is how to diet. You feel what I'm saying? But he died diabetes, so he couldn't have been dieting right. You feel what I'm saying? What else he died from? Bronchitis, I get that, because you could be born with bronchitis. You feel what I'm saying? I have a touch of bronchitis, but it's not diagnosed as bronchitis. And I done been to the doctors and all that stuff before. You got what I'm saying? That's the same as the doctor told me I'm borderline organ failure. You feel what I'm saying? If I take hard pills, 9 times out of 10 it will clog them up and kill me. So I'm not gonna ever take a hard pill. I may take ibuprofen, I may take a liquid ibuprofen. You feel what I'm saying? I have taken hard pills, but I take them on how to put it, at a moderated rate. I don't keep consuming this every day. And I make sure I flush my kidneys. I make sure I exercise so that my kidneys and my heart work better. That system works better. congestive heart failure. You know how you get congestive heart failure? Your arteries are clogged. So what diet was he on? Look, you've been with the nasty pastor. You got me? You've been with the nasty pastor. This is how to put it. This is the fruit of this book we're reading. This is really the fruit of it. It's getting good. Stay tuned in. Believe me, I'm here. I'm going to give you the answers I can try to give you. Look, I love you, and I'm out.